Another guy I'd like to just ask you about, Viv, getting away from the batting. We know the quality of the bowlers of Ambrose and Walsh. I've been really impressed with Ryan King in this test match.
Well, I think he has carried on from New Zealand. I felt he was the find of that particular tour. He basically did some things in New Zealand which I think was going to hold him in good stead for the future competing at this particular level. So yes, I think he has carried on, and I do hope that as he goes along as well, it's nice to see him do this. It will be nice to see as well the other guys become a little bit more consistent, because to be honest, and we've got to think seriously about this, that 189, 140 whatever, these things are not going to win you many matches like the occasions that we had in Trinidad. So some of these guys need to pull their fingers out. They need to get a start. They need to start realizing that in order for you to be at this particular level, run at this level is the essence.
A word then, talking of runs, a word on Adrian Griffith. He's had a torrid series, a dreadful series, and he's come out here and maybe reminded the selectors that he can perhaps be part of a one-day series.
He came out here, Robin, with the attitude of a possessed individual. He played some indifferent shots, which I think I wasn't pleased about. I don't think the camp inside was a little bit pleased, but when he played a few shots through the offside, which I think his shot selection was perfect. And this is what you got to do. There's sometimes he had a few switches, his head was in the air, he was all over the place, he was looking to pull maybe sometimes some balls which looks like half volley at times. But in the end, he got away with it. Good luck to the man. It was his day.
Thanks for talking to us. We'll be back shortly with the post-match presentation. Until then, it's just a very short goodbye from Zabana Park. The scenes here are really quite incredible. Not a huge amount of people here, but who are here are making an awful lot of noise. Hopefully we'll be able to hear the post-match presentation as we join Michael Holding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this Cable and Wireless 2000 series between Zimbabwe and the West Indies. I'm sure that although we have only had 2 test matches, that you have enjoyed the series tremendously, and I'm sure you would love to give both teams a round of applause. We have a pretty long presentation ceremony this afternoon, a bit sooner than some people expected. But I'd like to introduce to you the presentation party, starting with my immediate left, Mr. Easton McMorris, former West Indies Jamaica cricketer, and of course the man of the match adjudicator. To his left, Mr. Errol Miller, who is the president and CEO of Cable and Wireless Jamaica. To his left, Mr. Chris Deering, Chief Marketing Officer, West Indies Cricket Board. To his left, Ms. Rhonda Kelly, Cable and Wireless representative. To her left, Mr. Darren Million from the Marketing Department of the West Indies Cricket Board. And to his left, Mr. Dennis Wheatley, the General Manager of John Cook, who are the agents for Rover, this beautiful car here that you are seeing. The man of the match does not get this. It's the man of the series, but not this specific car. Just want to point that out immediately. It's a Rover, but not this specific one. I'd like to invite the losing captain, Mr. Andy Flower, to come forward and have a few words with us. Andy, it must have been a bit disappointed for you, having lost in Trinidad, gotten yourself in a winning position here in Jamaica, and then not to come out on top.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I think we've played some good cricket, but we couldn't sustain it for long enough. We couldn't sustain those standards, and we paid the price.
Have you enjoyed your stay there in the Caribbean, though? It's not over yet, of course, because the one-day series, but the test series.
We've loved our stay so far. We've enjoyed the cricket. We've enjoyed the crowds. The crowds have been brilliant. And I'd also like to congratulate Jimmy and Courtney on achieving their goals as well.
Great achievement by the young men. As far as your team is concerned now, Andy, where do you go from here as far as preparing for your next series in England, a test cricket that is?
Well, we'll put Test cricket on the rack for a while and concentrate on one-day international cricket. It's also very important. We've got a few days until our first game, and we'll just take a day or two off and make sure that we come back, practice hard on Friday, and come out and play some good positive cricket in the one days. I'm sure, or I hope we can entertain the crowds in part as we did in the test matches.
I think a few other people would love to know what has happened to Heath Streak. They missed him in this test match. Of course, your team missed him greatly as well. Would you like to say exactly what the position is with him? Yeah,
it was disappointing not to have him. Both bowling and batting, he's a class performer. He injured a tendon in his back, and he's struggling and might not be available for the one-day series either. But we're watching his progress.
You did have plans to make a few changes for the one-day series anyway. Are those gentlemen in the Caribbean or are they still to come?
Yeah, a couple of the young guys are arriving this afternoon, and a couple of the young guys from this particular squad will be going off to Sri Lanka to join the B side. So we welcome them and hope they enjoy it as much as we have so far.
Okay, Andy, thank you very much and good luck in the one-day series.
Thanks, mate.
The sand, the flower, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see a bit more of the Zimbabwe team come this weekend. 2 one-day games, Saturday and Sunday. I'll now like to hand the mics over to Mr. Easton Morris, who is the man of the match adjudicator.
You had 3 competing performances. And starting with Murray Goodwin, who batted very well, extremely well, pulling his team out of the hole with his captain with a partnership of 160. Then you had Ryan King, who bagged in the match 7 for 81. And he bowled exceptionally well and gives funds for the future. Well done, Ryan. And lastly, you had the captain, Jimmy Adams, who, along with Franklin Rose, again pulled West Indies on top. And they stayed on top. And he got his first big score for a few innings.
He received his medal, firstly, and of course the check for $750 US. Well, Jimmy, your team won the test match. I suppose you could not have asked for much more, but certainly this is the icing on the cake for yourself.
Well, it was a good team performance all throughout. Looking back at this game, when you look at the way the bowlers bowled in both innings, on what I thought was a decent track, I'd give all credit to them. And then we managed to get a lead on the wicket as well. And you know, it was nice getting 100, but it would have happened without people like Jacobs initially, and then Franklin, big part, and then myself and Ryan King actually managed to put on 20-something in the end. So all credit to them as well.
Jimmy, you are the winning captain, of course. You'll be back up here. So this interview is going to be short. Don't think you're getting away the next time you get back up here, because as a winning captain, I'm sure you have something else to say. But thank you very much for the time being, Jimmy.
Thank you, Mike. Jimmy, you don't want it.
Mr. Errol Miller, President and Chief Executive Officer of Cable and Wireless Jamaica, will now be presenting the winning check to the winning captain. Now this check is for the series and the game today. Mr. Jimmy Adams. Jimmy, when I asked you as the man of the match what you thought, you told me about the team. Now you're the team captain, what are you going to be telling me about? A little bit about yourself. You must have enjoyed this test match and especially your innings.
It worked out very well. I'm very happy for the way everything worked out. I'd also like to use this opportunity to thank everybody who came to support the team. The team really appreciates it. Thank you very much. Things worked out well personally, Mikey. It's been a while since I scored a test 100. It was nice to do it now, especially as captain. And I'm really thankful for the support that the team has given me throughout the last 2 test matches. And we're hoping to go on from strength to strength.
You must have been a little bit worried though. Your thoughts must have flashed through your mind. 95 not out here in Jamaica in the past. getting into the 90s, things looking a little bit shaky. Rian King gave you a bit of support, but you must have been a little bit worried at some stage.
Well, I wouldn't say worried is the word. It's more quietly expectant. And Kingy came through in the end, and I had every confidence in him. And even more so was the 24 runs that we put on, because every run really counted on this wicket coming into this last day.
One-day series to come, Jimmy. Obviously some changes. The team will be named tonight. But do you expect major changes with this team and the one-day team?
That I can't say yet. But what I will say is that we're looking forward to continuing playing very good, positive cricket.
Okay, Jimmy, thank you very much and good luck in the one-day series.
Thanks, Mikey.
Mr. Jimmy Adams, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I pointed out that there was a Rover car for the man of the series. It was a short series, only 2 test matches, but there were a host of very, very good performances. 3 gentlemen had the task of picking the man of the series. The coach of the West Indies team, Mr. Roger Harper, the coach of the Zimbabwe team, Mr. Dave Houghton, and John Lucky me. It was not an easy task. We looked at all the performances throughout the series, starting in Trinidad. Of course, Andy Flower played that brilliant knock in Trinidad, 113 runs on a pitch where no other batsman got 50 runs. It was pretty much a bowler's pitch, and that was an excellent knock. Of course, the bowlers did well in Trinidad as well. Curtly Ambrose got the man of the match in Trinidad for his excellent bowling performance there. Heath Streak also got 9 wickets. Rian King got wickets. Franklin Rose got wickets. Then we arrived in Jamaica. Murray Goodwin again got 3 figures. Jimmy Adams got 3 figures. Not to leave out my good friend Adrian Griffith in the last part here. Got a quick half century in absolutely no time at all. Then the bowlers got wickets. Franklin Rose got wickets. And let us not forget the innings that Franklin Rose played when he supported Jimmy Adams. I think the man of the series adjudicators will be very happy with that cheer, because the man of the series is Franklin Rose. Franklin, you are to collect a check from Mr. Weekly, who is the general manager, John Cook, agent for Rover. Franklin, congratulations. You made your debut here in Jamaica, got man of the match in that game, back on the test arena. Great performance. You must be very happy.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy with my performance, especially from the support from the players, the captain, and the fans, and everybody. I'm so pleased.
You are getting the new ball to swing around. You got the second new ball. Your captain showed great faith in you. Do you think you'll be getting the new ball too often, probably, Rod?
Well, I would love to, but, you know, the senior players there, Walsh and Ambrose, no disrespect, you know, they always use the new ball. But, you know, hopefully when they leave, we can take over the new ball.
Well, you bowled very well in Trinidad in second innings again here in Jamaica. You're looking to fill some very big boots there. How long do you think it will take to fill those size 14?
Well, they're on the verge of going, and I know it's going to be very hard. You know, we're not as great as Walsh and Ambrose. But I assure myself, King, you know, a couple more guys, Dylan, Nixon McLean, and a few others. Surely we can fulfill the footstep.
Well, Franklin, congratulations again. I know it won't take too much to fill this driver's seat of this Rover. Good luck driving.
Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, that does now bring us to the end of this presentation ceremony. Congratulations again to both teams, and special congratulations to Jimmy Adams and the West Indies team.
So Jimmy Adams then the man of the match, Franklin Rose the man of the series. West Indies win the series 2-0. And just a word for Zimbabwe. I thought they played some pretty good cricket throughout the series. They got themselves into winning position.